Hello there and welcome friends. This video will be about what is probably the smelliest, tastiest piece of cheese that we have in the game so far. As you might have noticed from my Scylla here, this is so absurd that you can actually get an infinite boost to all your attributes, at no cost basically, at least per rest. Now I'd like to start the video by saying this is probably an oversight, so let's get started. This tasty cheese is only really possible because of a certain unique weapon that you can buy as soon as chapter 4. The Sickle of Wicked Rites. Getting the sickle is very easy, all you have to do is buy it from Weirlong Black Mask, one of the merchants at the Flash Markets area. The special thing about the sickle is that whenever you land a hit with it on a target, I know it says enemy here, but we can actually hit our own allies with it as you're about to see, they will get a +2 bonus to a random ability score. The rest of the effect doesn't matter really. Now the interesting part about this is that the bonus is untyped, meaning it's going to stack not only with itself, but every other bonus type. And honestly, there's not really any limit to it. As you can see here, just as far as strength, our Scylla has, I don't really know, something like +80 strength just from the sickle bonuses. And this goes on for every other of her attributes: constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma even. So we actually have more than 100 strength and 100 constitution. Now how to actually do this? Well, first you have to buy the sickle, of course. After all, if you want the best cheese, you have to pay for it. Then equip one of your weakest characters with the sickle. I personally choose Darren as his base damage is very low. Now all we have to do is attack our own characters with the sickle.
I welcome your company.
Something that you might not know is, even though by default you can't really attack your characters, there are ways of doing this, such as for example, when you are confused or charmed during battle, but most importantly, you can actually charge at your own characters even outside battle, that's right. We can charge at our own ally. So all you have to do is to basically free a path between your character that has the sickle and the character that you want to boost. Now all you have to do is charge at them, it's as simple as that really. For an infinite amount in attribute boosts.
Yes, ever onward.
There is actually a way to do this faster, and it is by having a Scald character with the Greater Beast Totem Rage power, so that you gain the Pounce ability. With this you can just charge and full attack at once, just like this. And the best part is that basically every single one of the sickle hits are going to give our Scylla the boost to her ability scores. So this is how we end up with such absurd amount of abilities really. Now this won't actually last through rest. After your character rests, their ability points will go back to their normal amount. Still, it can be pretty fun, right? Now I'd like to finish this video by saying, well sure, I do believe this is 100% an oversight at the very least. After all, my guess is that when the devs created this weapon, they didn't really intend for you to be able to hit your own allies with it for this crazy infinite stacking of ability points. So of course this can change on a future patch, for example, and at the end I'd say it's just a personal taste really. I know some players do enjoy using all of the tools the game has to offer, even the cheesiest, most overpowered ones like this sickle here. Personally, you might have noticed that I don't use this in my videos, mostly because of how absurd it is really. It's just silly, very silly. But then again, it's all up to you. So I do hope you've enjoyed this little video on how to turn your characters into basically demigods with an infinite amount of ability points. Please remember to support the channel if you can by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching as usual, and see you next time, friends.